Hello, testing. Hello, testing. Hello, this is my first live stream. I'm just going to be editing. It's sort of a test, see if how it goes. So, yeah. Hello, this is my first live stream. I'm just going to be editing. It's sort of a test, see how it goes. So these photos are from today, so I'm going to be putting these into a video, hopefully. It'll be like a short vlog. It was me trying something new, trying to get some cool shots with this water splashing out of the wine glass. Thought it would be interesting to try. So you get to watch me edit them. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these live streams. And also let me know if something's not working as well. So, gonna add some saturation to this. I've never taken photos like this, so it's a bit new. And so the editing is new as well. But I'll see how I go. Yeah, let me know if the sound is a bit off, because I've got no idea. I'm just seeing how this goes. So I'm going to denoise this image, get that graininess out of the image. It's a super helpful tool, before and after. So then we have to wait a little bit. Anyway, some news. I recently got monetized on this channel, and I've already made over $100, which is awesome. Thank you. So just waiting. I think it usually takes a minute or two to denoise. Cool, okay. So that's denoised and looks way better. Denoise is probably my favorite feature in Lightroom. You can only do it with RAW photos though, so make sure you're shooting in RAW. So I'm thinking I will use the masking tool. I'll brush over the water here. Oops. Just to make it stand out a bit more, I think. Maybe add contrast to it. We'll see how that goes. Clarity as well. So we're going to go contrast. Nice. And see what clarity looks like. Yes, that's nice. And texture, I'll just do a bit. I'll stay away from the dehaze. Anything else? I reckon that's good. I've just noticed my thumb looks very weird. Not sure what don't know that I like that, but we'll stick with that. We've got 3 people watching. Well, 2, including me. So, make sure you get in the chat. You can ask me questions, I don't know. I'm not sure what else I want to do with this. So I'm going to invert this mask and give the image some vignette. Might make it a little nicer. I think I like that. Yeah, okay, I like that. Okay, I'm going to export that as is. So I always export 3 different versions of the same photo, 3 different file types. So you've got a small size JPEG, and then I'm going to do a full size JPEG as well. And then after that, I'm also going to do a TIFF file. I think those files are great for printing out. If you ever want to print out a photo, TIFF file is a good option. And I need a folder for that. Cool. Okay, that's my first photo done. Yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna keep going. I've got more. They're all the same, but there should be some better ones in here. Okay, so you can see just how many photos I've taken. I'm still scrolling, and there's still more photos. So let's just go through these slowly. Gonna have a look at these 3 next. So that one is not even in focus, so we're not gonna keep that. That one is not in focus. And this one, that's in focus. Is it worth editing? Nah, I might come back, but no, I'll leave it for now. So now I'm going to look for another one. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's have a look at that one. And we're just waiting for it to load in. Waiting. And here we are. Oh, is it in focus? Let's see. Nah. That's unlucky. That is really unlucky. It's not in focus. So we're getting rid of that one. And let's look for another one. Hopefully in focus. Okay. Is that the one I just looked at? I can't even remember. I think it is. Yeah, I think that's the same one. Okay, let's not do that one then. Have we got any good ones? This one looks interesting. Don't think it'll be in focus, but I think it's worth having a look at. else? Yeah, this one too. Let's go with those 3 photos. Okay. Now we just hope they're in focus. Oh, that's pretty nice. Now I think, from memory, I think these photos were taken at 1/2000th of a second, possibly 4,000th, and on very fast burst mode, so there was a lot of photos taken in a very short amount of time. All 3 of these are pretty much in focus. Now I need to decide how I want to edit them. I'm thinking of cropping this one. Might make it a bit more, I don't know, it might make it look better. I've actually got no idea. Like I said, I'm just experimenting with this. I'm not really sure how I should edit them. Maybe even that could work. Nah, no, not at all. That is terrible. Let's stick with that for now. Yeah, okay, nice, nice. And now I want to try and edit these a little differently. I'm not just going to copy and paste the edits over, because it's not very much practice. Because maybe even like black and white could be interesting. Maybe not yet. I wonder what color grading would do. Ooh, that blue. That blue that actually looks nice, I think. Yes, that's different. You might not notice that in the live stream, but now the highlights have got a bit of blue in them. I like it. And taking down the clarity gives it like a bit of a dreamy look. So it makes photos, I don't know, I like it. It's like a dreamy style. And then a bit of texture to bring back the texture. And sharpening often just makes everything look a bit clearer, a bit more sharp, sort of the whole point of it. And we're going to denoise this, because with such a high shutter speed we've got quite a bit of noise, even though it was taken in like the middle of the day. So I think that will be good. Let's go enhance that. Now I need to look for my drink bottle. So now we just patiently wait again to enhance this photo. I love the highlight on that droplet right there. That highlight there looks awesome. I wonder if I can, like, I don't know, bring that out a bit more. Once the image is denoised, that is what I'll try and do. Getting so close. Okay, cool. So that's denoised, and now, as I said, I will try and do something with that highlight. At least I want to. I want to try. I might be able to mask. Maybe I can mask it with a radial. What is it? Radial gradient? Yeah. Oh, we're a bit glitchy. Let's try that again. The computer is not happy. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just wait. Yeah, the computer's not too happy with me right now. Now, if the stream suddenly ends, it's probably because the computer crashed. Because sometimes Lightroom causes this computer to crash. So I'm not sure what would happen to the stream if it crashed. I'm sure it would just end. So, just so you know. Okay, we've got the mask working. Let's see if we can do anything with this. Nah, doesn't really do what I want. Unless, can I whiten that? And can I bring down the blacks? Yes, yes, there you go. Okay, so that's made a very slight difference. Very, very slight. But I like it. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Maybe a linear gradient from left to right. It might, I don't know, it might look nice. Let's give it a go. I think it brings, I think it makes the wine glass stand out a bit more. Yeah. But I don't want to overdo it, that's the problem. So I'll do that, see what that looks like. If only I got just a bit more on the edge. I mean, I could Photoshop it and fix that, but I'm not a big fan of that. Alright, and now what I think I'm gonna do is mask out the glass, because I could make the water stand out more. We'll see if that works. Nah, that glitch. I don't know if you've ever run into that. Just automatically draws from the corner. It's really annoying. So brush, and then I'm starting here. Oh, I did it again. Let's try it again. No way, it's it again. Okay, I'm just gonna take it a bit slower. Okay, let's draw nice and... nah. Okay, it's not happy. What can I do about this? Do I just try again? Maybe? Let's try it from here. Yes, we got it working. Yes. Don't know how, but it's working. Okay, clarity, yes. That looks nice. That just brings out the details. And the texture too. That works so well. And maybe making it a little brighter, but bringing down the shadows and like making it a little bit more contrasted. Yes, I love that. Okay, So yeah, we're starting to see a big difference between the before and the after, which is great. And now, not exactly what I should do. Okay, I'm gonna save this as it is, but then I might keep editing it either now or later. So that's good, and now we're saving it as a JPEG. We're doing this twice, 2 JPEG files, a full size and a small size. So the small size is what I share on Instagram and YouTube posts, and then the full size is what I'll use in the videos, and if I ever wanted to print any of these photos out, I could use the full size image or the TIFF, either one. Nice. Okay. So, should I keep editing that? Now I'll move on to the next one, because each photo I usually improve a little bit on, like on the editing side. So moving on, this looks cool. Got a very unique splash in these 3 photos. So let's add those. So while we wait, why don't you, if you're watching, why don't you say something in the chat? Ask me questions, you can do anything. Don't have to, of course, but it's up to you. That is so nice. Oh, it's perfectly in focus. That looks so cool. Okay, I'm excited about this. And then that one, is this any good? Nah, I'm gonna get rid of that one. These 2 look epic. Okay, how can I... Oh, that looks amazing. It's a triangle, it looks awesome. Yeah, we'll bring up the highlights a bit. Bring down the shadows. A little bit of white and a little bit of black. And a little bit of vibrance. And a little bit of saturation. Temperature. Don't want to mess around with it too much, but I feel like the cooler side is probably nicer. And then I think, like last time with the color grading, I might try blue highlights. I don't know, I think the blue makes more sense. It's water. Water should be blue, right? Oh, this is looking nice. Oh, it's perfectly in focus. That's crazy. Okay, what I think I'll do is I'll copy this edit over and paste it to this one. Cool, so now I've got the same edit on 2 photos, and now we'll denoise both of them, which will take a while, but it's worth it. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. Says it'll take 25 seconds. I don't believe that, but if we time this, we'll see. We'll see. So I think we've just taken 5 seconds. 10 seconds. I don't know why I'm doing this. 15 seconds. 20. I think that's 25. It lied. I think it lied. That was not 25 seconds. Anyway, we'll wait. I can wait. This is definitely taking a while. And just as I said that, it's done. And now I need to do it with the second photo. So denoise, and wait for it to generate a preview. And now it's got a preview. Well, now it has. Cool. This time it says it'll take 30 seconds. I bet it'll take 2 minutes. Got no idea. Anyway, if you're watching, I might as well show you my analytics. This is not to show off or anything. I'm just very excited about this. After getting monetized, how long ago was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was 13 days ago. I've already made 100. Can you see that? I hope you can. $176. That's what that says anyway. You can't see that. Can you see it? Come on. It's not focusing, is it? Let me try and focus this quick. There you go. Now, hopefully that's not backwards. I don't think it is. Might be. Sorry. But anyway. Just wanted to share that. Now I'm blurry. That was a lot more difficult than I thought to show you. Hello, what's your name? Mehmet? Hello. Thank you for being in the stream. You're the first comment on my first live stream. And another person, hello. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I've just got the second denoised. So now, I don't know, what should I do? Thank you so much if you're still watching. That is amazing. And yeah, ask me any questions, because this is my first live stream. Not quite sure what I'm doing. Who am I? I am Liam. I've just turned 17. I'm a 17-year-old photographer. That's what I like to call myself. I'm from South Australia. Yeah, that's who I am. I really like wildlife photography. That would be my favorite. But I'm trying every sort of photography style that I can. I think those two links help. Yeah, I think it just brings more attention, makes the subject, which is the wine glass, I think it makes it stand out a bit more. So I'm going to stick with that. It's a big difference between before and after. Before it was very warm, and then after it's a lot more blue. I think I prefer the blue. Let me know what you think, but I think the blue looks nicer. I've got one more thing on this photo. I'm going to try and brush over, if it works of course. I'm going to try and brush over. It didn't work. As I was saying, I'm going to try and brush over this triangle splash bit. What would you call that? I've got no idea. It's not going to work, is it? Have you guys ever, if you've used Adobe Lightroom, let me know if you guys have run into this annoying thing where it automatically draws this long line from the corner. If you know how to fix it, I would love to know. It just does it randomly. Okay, didn't do it this time. So, I'm going to draw that, and then add some clarity and texture. Yeah, we'll do that. What are we doing actually? You guys, this is my first live stream. I'm a 17-year-old photographer from South Australia. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just sort of a test live stream. If you want me to do it more often, I can. If you don't, let me know. Yeah, thanks for watching anyway. So these photos are going to hopefully be part of my next vlog. So I took these photos today. It's something new that I've tried, doing this splash water photography, I want to call it. Yeah, and now I'm just experimenting with the editing. Don't really know what I'm doing, just experimenting. So I'm saving 3 versions of each photo. 2 JPEGs and 1 TIFF. You like my General Hux edit? Yeah. Is that where you came from? Yeah, thanks. You listen to it every day. That is so good. That's why it's got 1.8 million views. Okay, so... oh, I forgot if I saved that. It's fine to have duplicates, I guess. Yeah, that General Hux edit has gone crazy viral. At least for me, a small channel. I'm like so happy with it. Let me know if it's glitching or anything, this stream. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's running smoothly. But let me know if it's not. And I don't know what I'll do about it, but it'd be nice to know. Okay, so finally got through those 2 photos. And we'll move on to the next photos. See if we've got some good ones to edit. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look at these 3. They look like interesting splashes. you. I'm glad it's going smooth. Going smoothly as a hot knife on butter. Interesting. Okay, that is not really in focus. What about this one? Is it in focus? It sort of is. I don't think I like it for some reason. Should I edit that? I've got no idea. Let me get rid of these two. I don't want to edit those two. So we'll delete those. And now this one I might put a quick edit on. I won't do anything. I'll just copy and paste this edit, I think. Yeah, there you go. And then what I'll do is I might play around with cropping. I could even make this a portrait. That would be interesting. Let's have a look at that. Maybe I should start selling my service as a freelancer. Yes. I've been thinking about reaching out to Airbnbs and stuff. I think they would be good places to be able to reach out to. So I'm going to start working on that at some point. Don't know when. But definitely this year, I think. Thing is, with school, it's quite difficult. With time, there's not much time. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Do I like that? Do you like that? I don't know. Alright, I'll do that and I'll denoise it. Again, this is going to take a while. Sorry about that. There's not much I can do. I'm actually surprised and very happy that my computer has not stalled during this stream. No, stalled, that's the wrong word. Crashed. I'm very glad it's not crashed, because it happens often. that would be pretty annoying, doing a live stream. Photos I took today, I went a little bit more creative with this wine glass and the water splashing. I've never done it, but I've seen other people do it on YouTube. I wanted to try it myself. So yeah, I'm just experimenting with editing, but the focus is insane. These are so sharp. I love them. Okay, so I'm going to do a brush mask along this water here, and with that I can hopefully bring up like the clarity and the contrast. So there's a bit of contrast. Might even brighten it slightly, but the clarity will make it stand out a lot more in the texture as well, and probably a bit of sharpening. Yes, it just makes it stand out a little bit more. That detail is insane. I love it. Okay. And I reckon maybe a bit more mask actually. We're going to stick with this same mask, but I'm going to do it along the edge here and bring it up here a bit more as well. Lovely. Alright, I reckon I'm happy with that. Yeah, nice. So we'll do that. And I'm now exporting these photos. So I'm going to do 2 JPEGs and 1 TIFF. So here's the first JPEG. And then when it exports the second JPEG as a small size. And export. Cool. And now, let's go add another photo. We're nearly done. Nearly. I think I took like 200 photos in like 15 minutes or something. It's a little bit crazy, but it's worth it. I hope. Ooh, okay. These look interesting. These... I'm gonna have a look at that one, and these 3 look like they could be good as well. Now, I'm uploading 4 photos. If it crashes, I'm sorry. The stream will probably suddenly end. We'll see what happens. Hopefully... Nah, wow. Okay, super smooth. That one is obviously not in focus, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And is this one? Nah, not in focus. It's unlucky. And I would say that's not in focus either. And I assume this one isn't in focus. Nah, not good enough. So we'll get rid of those and move on to the next photo. Cool. So we go down. Right, these look interesting. I don't think I like them though. Okay, I'll ignore those, and anything here that could be good. I'll have a look at that. Okay, we'll do that. Nah, that won't be good. It's in the sky, so it'll be hard to see the top of it. Just won't really work. But these ones are in front of the fence, so you can actually see a lot better. And I think these are the last 3 photos. 2 photos, sorry. Make it 3. So these will probably be the last photos before the end of this stream. Just seeing if they're in focus. Is that worth editing? I don't know. That is. That isn't. We're getting rid of that one. And we're also going to get rid of this one. So this will be our last photo of this live stream. Wonder what it'll look like. Yeah, that works. Cool. So what I did was just pasted the same edits. A little lazy, but I pasted it from the previous photo I edited. And I think it worked. So now, this definitely needs a denoise. This one's very noisy compared to the others. Hopefully it doesn't take longer. It shouldn't. Cool. Let's do that. If you're watching, I would love to hear you in the chat, or see you at least. Ask questions, anything. Yeah, these take ages to denoise. Just waiting. And yeah, if you want me to do more of these, obviously I'll get better as I do more, because this is my first one. But if you want me to do more editing sessions like this, I would love to. Yeah. So let me know if you want me to do more. It's nearly ready. Nearly ready. And done. Cool. So that's denoised. See? Oh, that is sharp. That is so sharp. Okay, that's really nice. For this one, I reckon I might actually play with the dehaze a slight bit, which I've not done to the others. Then, yeah, then that's done. Cool. So we'll export those. First one done. And then the full size JPEG. Cool. And then the TIFF. Cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're still here, thank you. I reckon that will probably be the end of this stream, my first live stream. So I'm hoping to do more of these. I think I will, and I'll get better, obviously.